What's going on? Welcome on into today's trade recap. We are recapping the booking trade that we have taken, and it is a P&L. We have finished up the P&L of $132.27 in the green. So let's talk about the trade like we always do. I'm going to mark everything up. Well, I'm going to at least tag my setups. We have a bull flag setup, and this was taken on the 1 day time frame. So if I jump back, I got another trade. We have a bunch of trade recaps coming up in the coming days, and there's a lot to dive into. So stay tuned to those if you want to see kind of the psychology behind it all and see kind of the thought process and kind of a couple things that I have now come into contact with mentally that I have not in some time. And I want to explain more about that, and that will come in the coming trade recaps. Probably this video is going to go out on Thursday. By Sunday, there should be kind of like an all-encompassing recap video. Not the June recap. That'll be more in-depth. But that one will have, the Sunday video will have more of kind of like what's happening right now, how I'm mentally, seeing things. So booking was a trade that I had taken back in here. And we had previously lost on it. It came back and we hit our stop loss. We'd lost less than $100, if I'm not mistaken, on the trade a couple weeks ago. And then as it broke out right here, I was able to get back in. You can actually see that I got back in on this day right here, which was June 13th. And then I sold. My plan for this trade was pretty simple. It was to get in on the 13th, right around there, stop loss under the breaking candle low, which was the day prior, and then targeting around $4,000, which would have been, if you were to go with that math, it was actually a really good risk reward, approximately a 3-to-1, because of where my stop loss was. I originally, though, was thinking to put my stop loss down here. So I essentially traded this with a 1.4-to-1 risk reward initially, and then I moved my stop loss under breaking candle low. So it ended up being a 3-to-1. Now, I'll talk more about sizing as we go in these recaps, but if you've been following them, the trade that this account was on, it's a stock. So all my stock trades are currently being traded on a $10,000 a challenge phase 2 with the prop firm, which I'm extremely close to passing and getting funded with. But the sizing will not change once funded. The sizing of these trades will not change. It will, we certainly will change that once we attach a trade copier and then buy a bigger account. But I'm not doing that maybe just yet. Hopefully, if we pass it and there's a deal come 4th of July, then that will be the time frame to do it. But as of right now, we're going to leave things, the sizing will not change. The only way that the sizing will change will just be I'm copying the same trade on a different account with the proportional sizing. So if I have a $10,000 account here, then I buy a $200,000 challenge account and I make $100. Technically, if I pass phase 2, which I'm very, very close, you're profitable or you're funded, you can withdraw the $100 of profit. But then what I'll be doing is copying on a $200,000 account, which will be 8x, I believe. Whatever the multiple is, 10x. No, 20x. Whatever the sizing is, I don't know. I can't do math right now. But so the position sizing will be the same, meaning I'll be risking the same amount. I'll be trading the same size account, the 10K account, because I'm used to that in terms of sizing. But it will just copy the trades on the bigger one as well. So there'll be a period of time where we'll be working through phase 1, phase 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy a 2-phase or a 1-phase. I might buy a 1-phase, I might buy a 2-phase. It doesn't really matter either way. And so that's when the sizing will go up. But just know that I proportionally will size for the account size. So this account is currently a $10,000 account roughly. It's more than that because I've made money, but it's roughly a $10,000 account. So I size with a max risk of $100. This way, I would have to lose, I forget how many times, many, many times in a row that I have not done through, 1,000 trades now that I've tracked. And it could happen, but I'd have to lose that many times in a row in order for me, and each time lose $100, which sometimes I lose less because sometimes I move my stop up, we get a push over a level, I move my stop to break even, some things like that could happen. And then, we play that game. So I know, okay, if I lost 10 trades in a row at $100 a pop, then I would hit the drawdown requirements and lose the account. I don't want to lose the account, but I make sure that I know those numbers. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. I track everything on TradeZella. So stay tuned for the June recap. It'll be fun because we have a lot to dive into. This might be a red month. We'll see. But you'll see in the coming videos what we had going on next as a bunch of trades I closed out today. So I'll talk about those. So stay tuned. If you are new, consider subscribing to the channel. I guess I haven't said that in a long time, I feel like. And this is TradeZilla. So we'll track everything here. We'll log it all. And then June, we'll recap everything. We'll dive into the data, the numbers, and it'll be fun. Peace.